What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to this channel. It's Monday, 5th of August, and we had NFP, we had interest rates last week, so now we also have a clean setup here on euro dollar, which I want to talk about. Okay, this is what we do every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays when we look at gold and Bitcoin as well. So trading setups completely for free. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. There's a lot more information coming out as well. And check out the links below the video. You can subscribe to our email newsletter where, again, you will receive weekly updates on the trading setups that we look at in our premium Telegram channel. So anyways, back to the chart now. This is the 4-hour time frame here on euro dollar, and like I said, we have kind of a clean setup, not an entry yet, but an entry is coming in my opinion, and this is what I want to share with you. Now if you look at the daily time frame here, although it looks like we may be in a sideways kind of move, what we recently had was this low and basically this ABCD pattern right here, which suggests that the market will probably continue higher. And considering that, you know, pretty much everyone was expecting a weak US dollar, now we have that confirmed with the NFP, which was on Friday, just a few days ago. Okay, so with this massive impulse to the upside, I currently don't have an entry because obviously if I want to place a conservative stop loss, if I enter a trade here and I place my stop loss down below this major low on the 4-hour time frame, I'm going to be looking for my first targets at 1.10 level. Okay, I think obviously there is potential for a lot more than that, but when it comes to first targets, I'm looking at least 1.10. Okay, maybe slightly higher, but we're also currently testing this major high here on the 1-hour time frame. Now what that means, if I enter a trade now, well, it's not going to give me a good risk to reward ratio, right? Because this is how much I'm risking for a potential profit of this much. Now to me even looks like a negative risk to reward ratio rather than a positive one. So I'm going to be waiting for some sort of a pullback here on euro dollar. You know, you can argue that this has already started. Obviously nothing is confirmed yet, we're just testing the highs right here. But if you drop down to a lower time frame, let's say for example the 1-hour time frame, you know, we're going to be looking, like I said, for some sort of a pullback. Now within this move to the downside, which is basically the pullback of the main trend, the bullish trend, what we had was a couple of news events last week. Now we have this area right here where we had some US dollar news, and then we had again more news here within this area. And what happened was the market pushed down through and breaking below those areas right here. But what happened the last time was we kind of just hovered below this area, and then, you know, we had a massive momentum to the upside. So the market can easily come and test any of those news. Now, are we going to see a deep pullback within this last impulse? I'm not really sure. I mean, we may see some sort of a minor pullback, just a little bit of price relief right here, and then we can see the continuation to the upside. Okay, I looked at the economic calendar for this week, and to be honest, it's going to be a quiet week. We've only got like one single event when it comes to US dollar high impact news. So I'm not really expecting any major moves to happen throughout this week, but you know, we just need to observe price action and see where we are, testing those previous highs. You know, also looking at higher levels like 1.10, potentially even 1.1060, depending on how this move develops to the upside. But we've already had this massive impulse. So to be honest, I don't really think we're gonna see this impulse continuing with the same strength and breaking above those major highs, maybe even above the 1.10 level. Before that, I think we should see some sort of relief in price. So that's why I'm waiting for a pullback. Now, whoever managed to make a long entry anywhere here is now in profit. So depending on where your entry is, you can even move your stops to break even. Let's say if you manage to get an entry at the beginning of this move right here, then make sure to move your stops to break even. Now you should be risk free already. Okay, if you haven't made an entry, that's absolutely fine, because there's going to be a couple of scenarios where we're going to be looking for entries to the upside. Now, first of all, we see this resistance right here. okay, right around 1.0950 level, let's say. Okay, now if we test this and then we get a rejection, then we're going to be looking for a pullback of this move, okay, and we're going to be looking to enter a long trade afterwards. What could also happen is we may see price breaking above this high, okay, which I think there is a lower probability for. However, it could obviously happen. And after the breakout, again, we're going to have to see a retest, okay? But even if we missed a move like this and we didn't get an entry in the beginning of the move, if we do wait for the breakout and the retest, this will give you an even higher probability for a winning trade, because the market has now confirmed the upside move. It has broken above major highs, okay? It gives us the retest of the level, which will provide us with a good risk to reward ratio setup, because we can then place our stop loss below, the retest, and then we can look for our next targets, okay? So you've got to be patient, and if you've missed a move, nothing to worry about. The market always presents opportunities to us, so this is what we're going to be looking for. We just have to be patient and execute whenever we get the right entry signal. And also, if you look at the dollar index, obviously something that we talked about here as well was the continuation to the downside. So we had this initial move right here with price breaking below major lows. Okay, the market kind of confirmed that it will continue lower, and then we placed our Fibonacci retracement tool, and we wanted to see, price either testing the 38.2 level or the 61.8. Okay, so we had a perfect test of the 38.2 level, as you can see right here, and then we had a massive drop to the downside. Okay, and so that's why we've got this impulse on the euro dollar. If you look at the daily time frame on the dollar index though, what we see is that we're also currently testing major highs from the daily time frame. Okay, now this is what I think will provide an opportunity for us to look for long trades after a pullback on euro dollar, because we're currently testing this low, and if we don't break below that and close below that with a momentum, then that probably means we're going to see some sort of a pullback here before the continuation down. Okay, so obviously the same setup that we look at on euro dollar, but in the opposite direction here on the dollar index. So weak dollar means a bullish euro dollar and pound dollar as well as some other major instruments. Okay, and so like I said, subscribe to our email newsletter. For example, today I sent out an information about pound dollar. Okay, same thing again. We're going to be looking for buying opportunities. I can see now there is some momentum to the downside, but it really depends on how this thing is going to develop, whether it's going to continue any lower, or are we going to see some rejection around current lows and then price continuing higher. So something to watch out here on pound dollar as well. Okay, and there are some more trading opportunities which I talked about in the premium telegram. If you are interested, if you want to receive daily video analysis on all the instruments that you can see on my watch list, you can then join our premium telegram channel, and this is what you're going to get: setups like this on a daily basis on multiple instruments. All right, if you guys have any questions, or if you have ideas on euro dollar that I didn't cover, make sure to leave them in the comment section down below, and like I said, check out all the links in the description below this video, and make sure to subscribe to this channel so you can receive updates on those setups. Like I said, we also talk about gold and Bitcoin on a weekly basis here on this channel. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one.